I initially came here for digestive problems. I've had stomach problems since college, and I'd seen all these gastroenterologists and never really felt better. And a friend of mine referred me to Feline, and I thought, it's time to get control of this. And so she'll change your diet, she'll really help you get everything sorted out. And I had a lot of constipation, cramping, bloating for years, or maybe a decade. And so I came in, and Feline gave me this whole program with anti-inflammatory diet, and we identified that I had intestinal candida infection. So it was basically a candida diet. I went on that diet, and all of my friends said, "Oh, you must feel amazing doing this cleanse, so fit and healthy." And I said, actually, I'm so tired. I thought maybe it was just from all the detoxing that was going on. And, after a week, I still felt tired. After 2 weeks, I was just feeling I felt hungover all the time. So I came back to Feline. She said, "How's the diet working out?" I said, "Well, it's a little hard to adjust to, but I'm, adapting. But I've just been feeling really achy and tired and stagnant. And is that normal? Is that just from the detoxing?" And Feline said, "This is really a long shot, but I want to do this blood test on you for the Epstein-Barr virus." And so we did the test, and it came back positive that it had been reactivated. And that was sort of the beginning of this journey that we've been on for about 2.5 years now. In retrospect, I did have some suffering of chronic fatigue before the diagnosis. I just never identified it as such. I had been laid off from my job maybe 3 months before I started coming here. And even while I was working, I was having a lot of fatigue. And I just thought I was in a funk. I thought I was depressed or bored or lazy. I really kind of went internal with that. I was being very self-critical about, God, why are you so lazy? Why are you so unmotivated? It was really kind of a relief, to be honest, to learn that there was something physically going on with me, that it wasn't just that I was, unmotivated or depressed, that there was something physiological that could be addressed, that it wasn't just in my head. And I had seen a number of other doctors, and most of them did just say, well, you're just in a funk. And so that really validated that and confirmed that misconception for me. After about 3 months, it got really severe, and to the point where I could barely get out of bed. And that's when I knew something was really wrong with me. That's when you can no longer really confuse this with being unmotivated. It was really a stretch for me to walk from the bedroom to the bathroom. I had to feed my cats every day, and that was like a major exertion, to just walk to the kitchen and open a can of cat food. I think probably the hardest part was I didn't know how long I would continue. Now that I'm kind of on the other side of it, it's like, okay, well, that was about 2 years, and you tell this story in retrospect, and I was really sick for about 2 years. It doesn't seem like that big a deal, but when you're in the middle of it, you're going, am I going to be able to, am I ever going to live again? Am I going to be able to have children? Am I going to be able to, have a fulfilling life? Or am I going to be, basically bedbound? Probably after about 6 months, Feline said, let's have you tested for heavy metal toxicity. Lead was really high, the cadmium was really high, and then a couple other things were on the high side, but not like, off the chart, like the cadmium and the lead. I think antimony was a little high. I don't remember, some other things. And so we started with the lead detox, and I noticed immediate improvement. It was really in like the mental functioning first that I noticed the biggest change. And that kind of gave me the ability to mind over matter my way through some of the fatigue. So, if I had to, at the time, even just taking a shower would have been really exhausting. And there'd be a point previous to the metal detox where if I was, taking a shower and I got exhausted, like I just have to lie down. I couldn't sit up to turn the water off. I'd just be stuck in there until I could, get myself together to be coherent enough to like turn off the water and get a towel. With the improved mental functioning, it was like, okay, like I'm tired, I'm not gonna be able to wash out the shampoo, I need to turn off the water now and get a towel. I mean, I could, close out whatever I was doing. Then it got to a point where it was like, maybe I was at the grocery store. I'd get tired, I wasn't sure I'd be able to drive myself home, I just have to walk away from my car and just go. With better mental functioning, it was like, okay, I'm tired, I'm not gonna make it to the dairy aisle, I just need to pay, get in my car and go home. But I could finish out whatever I was doing. I was able to like have this linear, process of, what's happening and what I need to do about it, which sounds retarded, but at the time I was so scattered, just decision making, awareness of my surroundings, even just verbally, I couldn't think of words at times. I had a breakdown once because my fiance asked me if I wanted liquid or powdered detergent. And it was like, why are you pressuring me? I mean, I couldn't, just information didn't go in or get processed. I'd have conversations with people. I couldn't participate with them and comment on what they had said to me because I hadn't made sense of what they had said to me until after the conversation was over. So I was just like, just trying to just get through any interaction. I really wasn't part of it. And once I started the metal detox, I was able to engage more and be, make sense of things more privately and socially. So I was easier to be in the world. My fiance tells me that for him, his perspective of it was as if I had been like a huge pothead and then I just stopped smoking weed. That I was, in this foggy space land and then I came back. And that's pretty much how it felt to me. So yeah, it must have been sometime in the second year, and Flynn said, well, it's really important that you be active. If you can just, even if just walk to the end of your driveway and back, just some sort of movement, some sort of exercise. And I did start doing little walks a couple times a week. And then Flynn suggested that I try Pilates. And again, it was like, oh, are you kidding me? That's like climbing Everest to me right now. I can't go to a Pilates class. Then Ava started her practice here. We started really gradually, and that was really good for me. It was very safe. I was like, I'm not here to pump iron. I mean, it's like a really big deal that I drove here, that I like walked to the door. So, and Ava got that and was really, sympathetic, very understanding, very empathetic with me, and was able to personalize, customize our sessions to, exactly where I was on that day. Now I'm going to regular person yoga. I take my dog to the park a couple times a week, and all that is, totally normal. It's totally doable for me, and it's really nice to be part of, mainstream society, normal people doing normal exercise and not feel like a sick person, not feel like it's treatment,